And we're back in Charlie's dining room.
New podcasting here. First time here.
Yep.
It's like we're a roving band of podcasters now.
Danny, your house is up next week.
we probably should have done it this week.
I'm literally just farting here for 2 minutes.
Probably.
I don't think we'll get eggs at my house, though. We won't get egg sandwiches.
So? No. So, we're going to keep podcasts here at 10 a.m.
Porn Stash Mine's not gonna cook us eggs?
Probably not.
I would say Porn Stash is the cooking type.
You guys are terrible.
Why are we terrible?
You're like, his dad's Porn Stash.
What? Does he still have it? I thought he cut it off.
No, he has a goatee now, I think. Actually, I don't really remember what he has. A goatee.
So
you don't even remember what type of facial hair you found.
One of my favorite stories from that.
He changes it.
One of my favorite stories that developed from the Porn Stash name was, so to give the listeners a little bit of backstory, Danny's dad over here, he always had a mustache, kind of like an 80s like porn stash kind of mustache.
I think he has a goatee now though.
But he's had it off and on for a few years now. But for a while, for like 2 years running, he had it, and it was awesome. We called him Porn Stash Mon. Well, we're at a party at my buddy Jeff's house, and me, Danny, and Sandy are talking about it. We're like, yeah, porn stash. Oh, I gotta love the porn stash. Some drunk kid goes, really? How much porn does he have? And he had no idea. We meant like mustache, and it was like he had to be there, but it's pretty damn funny.
I don't think that's funny.
It's just
my farts kind of smell. This is gonna be nasty. I'm gonna be farting eggs and ham all morning.
Stop farting, God, and stop getting such a perverse like excitement out of it. You're just like, hee, I'm farting. It's terrible.
So before,
just own it, man.
So
that was me.
We were reading this awful.
No, don't give this article any hits.
We want
to
make fun of it.
No, that's not the goal of the Attic Pocket. Let's make fun of it though.
Okay. All right. So it's this article, 10 awful plot twists that completely ruin great movies. And hold
on. We will post a link to this on the Attic Podcast Facebook page coming up. So go to that, facebook.com/Attic Podcast,
and read this.
Read this
read
terrible
it for
article.
Laughs, not seriousness, because I can't take it seriously. The author is Brogan Morris. You should all send him an email telling him he's a moron. I would love that.
We're really calling people out.
I guess so.
Yes.
Hey, I would take it as a good thing that you're at least bad enough where people respond to you as opposed to no one cares.
So that's a good thing. So you suck so much that you get hate mail?
Yeah.
The main movie that Danny got upset about, and the reason he posted it and then had me read it was...
Well, there's a bunch.
Was Return of the Jedi, and the fact that Leia being Luke's sister ruined everything and made the movie bad, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it's such a terrible twist. I mean, it's
such a terrible twist.
It's not even a twist, really. It doesn't ruin anything. I mean, Star Wars is mythology, just contextualized as space battles.
He's like, oh my god, and it makes all the other ones so ancestral. When really, there's no serious chemistry. She gives a peck on the cheek or something, and that's the most.
No, there's a kiss that she gives Luke in Empire Strikes Back to make Han jealous.
But that's about it.
Yeah,
there's no real sexual attention between them.
Well, no, she kisses him on the cheek in A New Hope when they're about to swing across the chasm. But
that's okay. A sister can kiss a brother on the cheek like that. There's nothing weird about that to me.
That's a little too close, but okay.
That's too close for Danny.
Yeah. I don't even hug my sister.
One movie on here, 3:10 to Yuma, Danny, is on this list for our awful plot twist.
I just poke her with a 10-foot pole.
You don't have a sister.
I know.
Yeah, but also on this list is 3.
Why are you poking your sister with a pole?
I
doesn't have a sister. All right, stop that. Yeah, Danny, how is he 3:10 to Yuma even on this list? Does he even have it doesn't even have a twist.
I guess the twist is at the end of 3:10 to Yuma, Russell Crowe turns on his posse and kills them all because they killed this farmer, Dan Evans, I think is his name, played by Christian Bale, who was bringing him to the train station to put him on the train just because he wanted to get paid for it, and he wanted to actually finish something because he's a Civil War vet who's on hard times and stuff, and he wants to prove to his son that he's not just a waste of space. So then Russell Crowe becomes friends with him, and then Dan dies right at the end, and Russell Crowe's just no, and then shoots all the guys, gets on the train, whistles for his horse. In the article, the guy says, why is the guy going to go commit suicide or whatever and be in prison if he fought all this time to get out of prison, and like he whistles for his horse and his horse is running up, so like they're gonna show that he went into that Dan brought him to the train and completed the quest, whatever, but then he's just gonna escape. But the quest for Dan was still finished, so he did what he set out to do. So that's the point of the movie. That's why that, as a twist, to say that's a bad twist is dumb. Watch 3:10 to Yuma though. It's directed by James Mangold, who's doing the Wolverine movie, which the trailer came out. Did you guys see the trailer for the Wolverine?
I haven't watched it. Like I was scrolling through YouTube.
Is that noise coming through on the
What noise?
the mics picking up any of that stuff?
A little bit, not too bad.
Okay.
That's just the thunder of the gods.
Thunder.
That's my family upstairs banging around. Sorry about that.
It's awful here. I'm never recording here again.
But yeah, so you didn't see the Wolverine
No,
trailer?
I saw the trailer on YouTube. I just kept scrolling.
I saw the Wolverine trailer.
What'd you think?
You know, when we last did the interview cast we talked about, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
The trailer makes me want to see it.
Yeah,
The trailer definitely was like, all right.
Is it what
Yakuza guys.
Is it dark and gritty?
Yeah, it's real like dark and gritty, and like rain's coming down, and like
Yeah, but that's in like all the trailers,
samurai dudes are looking at people, and Wolverine's whooping on his claws.
It doesn't look like the Wolverine Origins movie that what was it called?
That's what
Wolverine's
Origins. Wolverine Origins.
It's
a terrible name.
The trailer,
so bad,
the trailer
I don't even know I got it right.
You know, just the trailer just made it try to look like, look at all these actors we have, and look at the action you're going to be able to see. This could be great.
And look at this bad helicopter exploding as Wolverine jumps out of the screen.
Yeah, like even just the trailer looked awful for that. Like the trailer even like turned me off of that movie. This trailer is like it shows like this some storyline and like plot line. It's not like, oh, look what Wolverine can do. It's not trying to like showcase Wolverine. It's trying to give you a story on Wolverine. Not like,
it's actually set after X-Men 3, so it's set chronologically, but it doesn't really touch on it. It touches on the fact that Jean's dead and Wolverine's dealing with that because the love of his life is dead. So it's dealing with the fact that everyone Wolverine loves dies. So
plus like Danny talked about on the interview cast that we did.
Terrible episode.
They have.
I haven't actually gone back and listened.
What's
to
the
that
gang
yet.
they have? That's going to be a good.
The Yakuza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Yakuza is going to be fun. I'm excited for the Yakuza.
Really?
Yeah, and there'll be a Silver Samurai dude who's an awesome samurai guy.
Awesome.
And there's an awesome scene on a train.
Tom Cruise from Samurai.
Yes, I think so. I like Last Samurai, but it's going to be better.
Can we get
Samurais.
the impression one more time for the fans?
That's not a Tom Cruise impression though. That's the Kazumoto, the emperor or whatever.
Isn't that the dude? Isn't that the dude from like the Nolan movies?
No, that's Ken Watanabe. Is the guy fighting against Watanabe?
Yeah.
Watanabe. Who cares?
Oh, you weren't doing that impression?
No. Okay. We were doing the one of the emperor where he's like, "Could you tell me how he died?" No, but I'll tell you how to. Okay. Oh, so racist.
Speaking of that, that reminds me. So you're excited
we have Mile Railroads.
Are you excited to have Legend of Korra back?
What do you mean have it back?
No, I haven't. Like, you're excited for the new season of it?
Yeah. Well, that's supposed to be like
I'm getting
fall,
a Skype
right?
call.
Fall, right? Is Legend of Korra?
Yeah.
Right. I'm excited that the Blu-ray is coming out July 16th. That's gonna have commentary tracks on all 12 episodes. 12 episodes, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm getting that Blu-ray. And yeah, I'm excited for Korra to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick didn't really like how that season ended, but I'm interested in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I liked how it ended.
Mm-hmm.
The relationships, they were good.
So, do you want to get right into Game of Thrones?
No, quiz have last because we've all seen that, so we can talk about that.
Oh, you want me to talk about the movies I saw?
Yeah, we'll talk about things that we've each kind of done individually. Then the last.
Or no, Charlie, you want to talk about the Miss Explosion Man bad game?
So at PAX East, we found out that Twisted Pixel is going to put out.
Did you? So you went by the booth? I didn't know you went. Were you with me when I went there?
You were the one who told me.
Oh, I was playing DuckTales.
So, yeah. I found out about DuckTales. Actually, I found out about DuckTales before him, but that's because they announced it.
And then it blew my mind.
I just happened to walk by it before him, so I don't really want to take credit.
I don't know how I missed it too, because I saw like the Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I walked by. I'm like, DuckTales. He's like, yeah, great. I'm like, dude, no, it's coming out for the Xbox Live Arcade days. Like, what? And his mind was completely blown. So me and Sandy went and played Toe Jam and Earl, and he went and played DuckTales.
Yeah. All right. Now back to Missplosion Man's coming out to the iPad.
Found out, they're gonna put out most of their games. I think that and Splosion Man. I think, but they started off with Missplosion Man. So I'm like, that game's awesome. I can see it translating very well. Like it's a game that could easily translate well with like the you touch it and it like kind of explodes and stuff like that.
And sliding too.
Yeah. So I mean, great game to port. Can work well.
Yeah, isn't there a game Line Runner on the iPhone that's pretty good too, or something? There's one that's sort of like that where it's just about running. Bit Runner, I forget what it's called.
Maybe. So
Line Runner.
Not Line Rider, but like Line Runner. I think
It's on the iPhone.
Yeah, I don't know. No idea. I saw it once on a couple the X 1UP guys who used to do the 1UP show. They had like a show they did afterwards that failed because it didn't get money. It was Area 5 guys, but they showed it on that once. It looked pretty cool, but I forget what it's called.
So I was like, okay, like let me check this game out. Like I liked playing the game on the Xbox Live Arcade. Like I was all down for it. Like I could do this. Like
because they added more levels to it.
Yeah. So it's like okay, and I went on. I'm like, $2.99. This is a great price.
It was only $2.99.
Yeah.
Because the guy at PAX couldn't tell me how much it cost.
Okay.
Wait for this though.
All right.
So I'm like, all right, great. Like $2.99. I got my credit card or debit card, whatever.
What was the number on that card?
I'll read it out to you very slowly.
What's your social security number?
Yes.
I just need the last 4 though to verify it. I don't need the whole thing. All right, continue.
So.
All right.
So
Stop multitasking.
So then I'm like, okay, like let me check out the reviews. I'm like, the reviews look pretty good. I'm reading the reviews.
How many people downloaded it? Who liked the reviews? Was it like 400 of them?
Yeah, I don't remember. A lot. Like so many that I didn't even go through them all. I just went through the first like 20. So I go on it and I'm like, I'm looking at them. Somebody's like, oh, it's great. Like I enjoyed playing it. It ported well. And I'm like, cool. And then I start reading a few more like, yeah, I enjoy it, but
is this going anywhere?
So I guess it turns out that you only get 3 levels, and then you have to pay for levels after that.
And how much?
So it's like $2. So it's $2.99 to get
for 3 levels, and then
99 cents per level after that.
Yes,
that sucks.
Yeah.
But I guess,
how many levels is that? That can get really pricey.
Yeah, there's like 60 levels.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So they want you to pay like retail cost for it.
Yeah,
like, Explosion Man's not even that much.
Game. Yeah, it's
like
$15. I think on Live Arcade.
They said that like there are a few people that actually said that you don't have to pay for it. You have to get like a certain amount of coins or stars or whatever they call it.
Oh yeah, so you have to like do.
But they said that it takes probably
almost like a free to play model almost.
Yeah. The guys, a few people said that it takes you like at least like 10 playthroughs, 10 playthroughs of the 3 levels to get enough to buy one, and then you get one, and then you have to keep playing to the next 4, and it takes you. So it just takes like so much time to just keep playing through the same levels, which is boring. I don't want to keep playing through the same levels and keep playing through it just to get another level.
And there's no like unlock all download at the beginning.
Yeah, I haven't. Nobody. Yeah, I think that was another problem.
So did you download it at all?
No,
you didn't.
You know what? I wouldn't even have a problem with like if they just like did the way I think they should do it is give you the first 3 levels for free, and you can either pay for the full game or download each like thing. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that like.
I think they're riding on the name a lot to sell it.
Yeah,
probably.
There's a lot of games that'll be like Tetris Lite, which means like you get 10 minutes of play for free, and then if you want to download the real game, you can play it like the full game. Like that's the way you should do it. And they should just allow me to download. I probably would have bought it if like $7.99 they had the full game, $7.99 all levels. I probably would have spent the extra $7, like the extra.
I would have went to $20.
$5.
You would have paid $20.
Yeah,
to play on the iPad.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I hate the iPad.
I know,
but
I
I
wouldn't
would have
think-
thought it'd be a good value still.
$20?
Yeah, $20 on that.
No, it's a little more. How much was it on the Xbox?
Not
15,
15, I
yeah.
think.
So
You got extra levels, man. I don't know.
No, it shouldn't go up in price on an iPad. iPad games are a little bit cheaper.
I mean, the most expensive game.
How much is Infinity Blade?
$7.99.
Yeah.
Or-
I bought that on sale, though, so I paid like
I don't like those games.
Infinity Blade.
Oh.
I the first one's not that great.
You just swipe things.
Yeah, I
right?
don't like those style
Just
of
not a whole
games.
lot
It's kind of like
there's
Fruit Ninja. You're just swiping.
Yeah.
There's Marvel.
It's a lot more. It feels a lot more in depth than Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
But it's really not. But
But it
That's-
looks cooler than
yeah,
Fruit
it does.
Ninja.
It does. Have you played it? Did you ever
No.
download it?
Yeah.
Man, the iPad.
It's free.
Oh, it is right now.
Yeah.
Infinity Blade 1.
Yeah.
The iPad gets hot from it.
I can
I'll
believe
tell you,
it.
something, like you know what turned me off to those games was Marvel Heroes Alliance or something like that, where you play as like Captain America and Hulk, and you just go throughout the levels, just walk through, and then you find a guy and you just swipe fight him. And I played it a little bit, like on a trip to I went to New York for like
New
Year's
York,
Eve.
New York.
and on the
My keys are on the next to the stove.
And on the trip there, like, I played it a little bit, but that was like, and I ended up deleting it like a few weeks later because I was just like, I don't like this game. Like, I hate swiping. I want more in depth of a game than just the swipe fighting.
I was so surprised, like, because I downloaded Real Race, and that's the most expensive game. I paid $10 for that, too. And then the third one came out, and they said it was going to be free. I was like, oh my god, I was so surprised. And like, I played a good 10 hours of it for free I never even had to spend any money, and I could probably continued, but I only bought coins just to give them money, just so.
Because you put into nausea like
yeah, but you bought a car.
I did buy a car, but I didn't need to. I really didn't need to buy it. The only reason I did is I just wanted to buy, give them money to make another one.
I can't beat this kid. I gave up on that. I gotta tell you though, guys, like, that is an amazing game. The fact that they were able to make
What
another
is
game like that for the iPad.
how's it play? Do you use like
it's cool. I think
does it use like a gyroscoping?
Yeah.
You turn it to steer, but it's very sensitive, so you're not like flipping the thing like completely sideways.
No,
you don't even turn it halfway, like
oh, just the smallest
maybe
tilt, and your
45.
car will go. Like, it's super sensitive, which is really good.
and
Now is it kind of racing? Is it
just like very like Gran Turismo, like
Yeah.
and very
sports car racing?
Yeah,
Forza,
Yeah,
Gran
Forza,
Turismo,
yeah, it's very-
simulation.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I like the way it was a little bit weird at first. You can set it up either way, but
Yeah, just
the default setting is that the gas is always on, so it's 100% full throttle, and you just tap anywhere on the screen for brake, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because you can switch between your two thumbs. But they do have other ones, like you can get a fake steering wheel on the screen and you turn that, which doesn't work as good.
No, I can't imagine.
And then you can have like your one side be gas and one side be brake, which is okay. I've played that before in other games. I don't mind that at all. But I got so comfortable to the default just having it always hold the throttle down.
Yeah, that's the way I do it.
They changed it. Did you update it?
No,
Yeah.
I probably did, but I just haven't played it since the update.
Because like they had like drag racing in it, which was kind of stupid.
I loved the drag racing.
but it's very
especially when you can just put the throttle on automatically.
well. That's the thing. It was very simple. So now
it's like
it wasn't
slightly,
because you had to know because
you still had to tell it to shift when you drag race.
Yeah, when they did the drag racing, they actually gave you like the shifting. You had to shift on your own. That was basically the point. It's like, who can shift better?
So does the shifting pretty much kind of feel like a quick time event almost?
No, because it's like you just watch the gauge, and once it comes up to the
It'd be
radio,
like having
then
it-
you hit the button, right?
there's not like a prompt that comes up.
but
though.
it's similar concept.
Similar, yeah.
without a prompt.
But now they changed it in a new one where when it counts down to the green, you have to it would just automatically have the car go, and now there's a button that says launch. You have to tap that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to time it. It's like
a
Mario
little bit.
Kart
You
almost.
still had to time it before, anyways, because you would have to touch the screen to go. But you could touch it anywhere.
Yeah.
And now they added an icon. I don't know why, but they did.
Yeah.
So most
but that-
times my car is so much faster.
Yeah, that game is absolutely amazing that they made such a great car racing simulation game and were able to put it on the iPad. And
But I tell you though, that's a battery eater, that game, because I played.
Hey,
I was at 90% last night, and I played for 3 hours, and I killed it.
do you do the assisted braking, or do you brake all on your own?
And the only thing I have on is traction control.
Oh.
Because you can make it like if you like. I had Kristen play it, and she's obviously not super great. You can put on like all the driving assist, and the big car basically drives itself.
Dude,
You still have to turn it for the corners,
Yeah,
but it stops, slows it down, and everything, so you won't slide off.
there's like I don't think I have the braking assist on. But anyway, I completely just ram into cars. I caused so many accidents in that game.
Because like they frown upon you hitting other cars because of you have to pay at the end to repair your car. But it's like usually still.
You know, it's not too bad. I've repaired it like all of like once, and that's one of the ways they make it an iPad game is like when you repair something, it takes a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's like, you know, a lot of like iPad or iPhone games. You know, they always have those things that you do, and you have to leave it for 5 hours, and once that's done, something's leveled up. That's
the thing that makes this different in my, because like if you fully wreck your car and you set it up to repair itself, the worst case is like an hour and a half, which really isn't that long.
No.
Did it cost actual money to repair, or just
no? Well, it takes in-game currency.
Yeah.
Like
but could you like spend your own money to like repair? Faster?
They have what they call you get helmets. And you can helmets speed up the repair process if you run out.
So helmets are like tokens almost.
Yeah, you can go back and buy more helmets, but you get helmets for leveling up also. And some cars you can only buy with helmets.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you could like if you needed coins to repair something, you could buy coins.
Yeah, but like I never, because like if you win the race, you have more than enough money, no matter what the race.
Hell,
pays
I make
out
good
to
money. I make good money coming in second.
Yeah.
Are you only racing against the computer?
No, it's
actually,
Facebook friends.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
no, it's not just Facebook. It's multiplayer, and you're racing people who have already raced. It's like, you know, you're facing
Time trial.
other people's
It's
ghosts.
asynchronous, right? Yeah, so like if Charlie did the track in 1 minute 20, his ghost car is going to complete the track in 1 minute 20. It's not really, it's a real car, and it actually does drive like if Charlie drives like a dick and is wrecking people. When I race against him, the computer makes him drive like a dick. Me, not 100%.
But it's not a ghost. It's actually
it's really him, but it's not like actually
that's
him.
kind of cool.
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool setup because sometimes like it's weird, you be going along in this car. Normally the computer never cuts into you or hits you.
Yeah.
Every now and then you get that if I was racing, but
and you can draft this ghost thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, they're real cars. They're not like when I said I didn't mean ghosts.
that's
it's just
kinda
one of the
cool.
ways.
yeah, there's a very smart way. So like you actually like when you go and join a race, like because I'm doing something that Charlie hasn't done because he doesn't have a car, you just race against other random people from Facebook.
Right. Yeah. I like not Facebook. I mean,
Well, it's connected to
People
Facebook
that are-
because like you
people
see
that are
their
on real
picture
racing.
from Facebook and stuff
Is
like
there
that.
like Google Plus and stuff?
What I like-
It's not. I don't think so.
What I like is that it gives me the choice to race Kimball. Like you can't race. Like I can't race him till I've already placed first in the event.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for that too, and I don't
No,
understand.
I like that. I like that.
You
Like
do?
I can't race you until we both place first in the event.
And some of it, like I don't understand, because like I completely destroyed Charlie because I have a way better car than he does, and then like he shows back up like the next day, which I don't know why, because I know he didn't beat me.
What do you mean I show back up the next
Like
day?
your picture is back up underneath that race, saying that you.
It's just because it's just there to give you to keep racing me if you want.
Yeah, and the benefit of racing against your friends is you do get more driver skill points.
Yeah.
So
It sounds a little bit like how that new Burnout was, kind of like keeping the scores up there, and you're always like trying to beat the next score. And
Yeah.
actually, Forza did that a bit too.
yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, they added the new download. They added a couple new cars. There's not a whole lot of cars, but
No, graphics are awesome.
yeah, it's like very impressive for an iPad game, I think.
But I mean, we have iPad 3s, so I mean the graphics are a lot better on ours anyway. We have the
Yeah, but
Retina display.
I just think just that it's capable of producing those graphics. I screen wise, it's
okay.
All right, Danny.
Yeah, somehow we got in a
Little
little,
little
iPad
tanned
rant.
it.
Let's let Danny go because he's sick of iPads.
I know.
Yeah,
He's
and all
like-
these rich kids and their rich technology.
Yawning
Hey,
over
I
there.
got mine for Christmas.
I bought
All
mine.
these rich kids and their rich technology getting things for Christmas. God,
You have a laptop.
atheists unite. No, I'm not even an atheist.
It's unite.
So you want to hear about the movies I saw, right?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't
That's
care
all
if
I
you
get to
spoil
say.
them. Do you care?
I don't want to spoil Trance.
No, don't spoil Beyond the Pines.
There's some stuff in The Place Beyond the Pines that
I want to know about Trance.
All right. I'm gonna sell you on Trance right now.
Pitch me, Danny.
This is a movie from Danny Boyle. He did Slumdog Millionaire.
All right, I'm already out.
127 Hours. What's that? 28 Days Later.
I haven't seen any of these yet.
You've never seen 28 Days Later?
I've never seen any.
You need to watch that. You need to watch Slumdog. You need to watch 127 Hours. Watch those.
All right.
And Train Spotting. I haven't seen that either, but
Train Spotting.
Yeah,
I heard of
Spotting
that.
is absolutely one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I know it sounds like it's Charlie again, overrating everything, but seriously, it's.
I thought I have the overrating.
I don't know.
All right, whatever. All right, so Trance. So it starts out. James McAvoy is telling you about the procedure for an auction where there's a valuable painting, and they're talking about how people used to rob the bank. You used to rob paintings. All you need is muscle, and people will steal it. But now, like, there's so many more technology and stuff to it, and like they're really prepared for it. So he's talking about this, and as this is all going down, they're doing an auction, and then they sort of keep cutting back to that, and then like these guys come in and try to rob the place. And how the movie is shot in this initial robbery scene reminds me a lot of the movie Hannah, which had a lot of stuff was really matched to music in some of the sequences and stuff. So it feels almost like a music video, and it's really tense and stuff, and it's shot really well. And they keep referencing this part where no painting is worth a human life. Don't be a hero. So these guys come in. James McAvoy has the painting, and then he puts it and tries to put it away. But some guy comes up, steals it from him, and then he tries to stop him. And then the guy hits him in the head. He gets knocked out, and then he wakes up later, and he can't remember where the painting went. So these guys are trying to figure out where the painting is, so they hire a hypnotist to try to unlock it in his mind or whatever. All right, so this hypnotist becomes part of this whole conspiracy thing, and like how it incorporates her, played by Rosario Dawson, is kind of amazing. Like, it takes it from a heist movie to something completely different, and I can't even spoil it because it's sort of amazing what it does and how things play into it. And like, there's so many small bits and pieces that on retrospect show you where the movie was going, but you have no idea where the movie's going for like half the thing. And all these characters, you don't really understand their why they're doing it. You don't understand their reasons until the very end. Like, everyone's very like, you can't really tell what they know, what they believe, and what they really want to get done. But this movie it's really amazing. Like, it references a lot of good art pieces and stuff, like pieces of art and stuff, and like that's incorporated in the movie in ways you don't expect. And then it also somehow becomes a movie about relationships too, and like what is that? Like, when you become an obsession, it's about obsession a little bit, and it's also about how the mind can lock things away and stuff, and how the mind works, really. So there's a lot of going on in this movie, and it's really intense, and it's just shot really well. I mean, the whole movie is kind of amazing, and especially directions characters go that are you don't really see coming in certain ways. And it sort of takes characters you think are one way and switches them a lot. It's very interesting though. I can't even talk about it without spoiling things, because it's very plot heavy. But
so you went into this, like, when you went into this, what were you expecting out of the movie?
I was expecting a movie about trying to a guy trying to hide a painting from these bad guys, and they use a hypnotist to get it out, and like somehow he outwits them, but that's not what it is at all. It's actually about something else.
We think this is going to be like Inception at all? I can't say Inception.
It does sort of end on an Inception moment that is similar
to
to
the same
spinning.
film, when they spin in the camera and he's walking on the walls and stuff.
No, there's nothing like that. It's like it's all very locked in reality and stuff, and nothing really crazy. But they do sort of get into psychology a little bit and stuff.
They do.
It's a little bit like it's like Inception. It's like a bank heist movie mixed in with also a relationship drama to a degree. That might be giving it too much. That might, even just saying that might be giving too much
Thanks
away.
a lot, Danny.
Now I'm not seeing
I'm not going. I know what it's all about now.
I really enjoyed it though, because
so you walked out of there quite surprised.
yes, because when I went into it, I was just like, it's a typical heist movie, but no, it's not a typical heist movie. And it's super violent too.
Really?
There's some gruesome scenes.
Is this rated R?
Yes, this is rated R. There's some nudity too.
Ooh,
But-
I'm definitely out.
But
Definitely out.
you sort of think it's gratuitous nudity, but even the nudity serves a purpose in this that you don't expect.
Wow, even
So-
nudity serves a purpose.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Yeah, you get to see
I'm back.
Rosario Dawson naked. Also.
How was that? How was that, Danny?
Not a big fan of Rosario Dawson.
she's
looks-wise.
really good in this movie though.
She's a good actress, yeah.
Acting wise, she's really great in
Yeah.
this movie.
She does a very good job acting.
Her
And
mouth-
James
her mouth
McAvoy's
is
good
awful
too.
Big,
And one of the
Right?
right?
one of the guys who's part of the crew that's trying to rob the thing, Vincent Cassell. He's in Black Swan. He's the guy in charge of the ballet in Black Swan. Did you
Mhm.
see Black Swan?
No.
Oh my god, you need to see that movie too. That's a great psychological thriller.
Mhm.
But yeah, this movie, well acted all around. It's really great.
So Danny,
6 stars. 6 out of 7.
6 out of 7.
Yep.
Really?
I enjoyed it a lot.
Wow.
There's a movie I saw earlier in the year that I would compare it to, but I don't really want to say what it is because that might be giving too much away too. Like, it's similar to that movie in a way though.
Side Effects.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a little similar to that. So if you combine like a heist movie with this movie Hannah, and just how the movie's shot and stuff with Inception,
Yeah.
and then like also Side Effects.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, it's good.
So-
I don't know how you'll feel about it, but it was one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I mean, you gave Evil Dead a 6 also.
Yeah, but Evil Dead is like gratuitous fun. This is like just like, it's a really good film, and also just enjoyable in how it tells its story and what the story's about. Like, Evil Dead isn't really as psychological as this. Evil Dead has a little bit of psychology about like addiction and family and stuff, but it's really deep down in Evil Dead. Like, all this stuff is just like right on the surface at the end, that you're thinking about all the things that are a trance. You're just thinking about all these things and just thinking about the human mind and stuff. It's really good.
Mhm.
So I'm selling that movie. If people don't like that, I don't know.
So is it going to get a wide release though?
Yeah, I don't know how wide it's going to be. I actually don't think it's going that wide. Because I was talking to Phil, because Phil saw The Place Beyond the Pines, because that went a little wider this weekend.
Mhm.
So he saw that, and then I saw that too. And so those are both in New York and Massachusetts.
Place has got Beyond the Pines has got 81 on Rotten Tomatoes, and Trance has got 60.
60?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
Maybe 60.
I like Trance a lot. What?
Hold on, I'll look it up again.
I don't know. Don't read anything about Trance though. Go in without thinking about it. Without knowing anything about it. But yeah, I like Trance better.
69, excuse me.
Oh, all right. Well,
69.
I don't know.
Sorry.
There are portions that people
Actually,
may.
it says 70. It just went up.
Oh, there are portions that I could see why people don't like it, but I really enjoyed Trance.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. So you did a double header.
Yeah, I did double feature.
How was that?
11:15 in the morning, I saw Trance, and it was just me and another guy in the theater.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Did
except
you and one other guy? Did you guys converse?
no, this guy was way in the back eating popcorn.
Could you just hear him there?
Yeah.
Crunch.
Well, what
crunch,
happened in the
crunch.
theater
I just said you guys make out. You go, yeah.
No, I'm not even
Bad
listening.
timing. Bad
Not
timing.
even listening to you.
Crunch.
No, all
Crunch.
right. Two dudes came in like halfway near the end of
dudes.
it. Yeah, and they're just like hiding in the theater, I think, and like
Oh, they were movie hopping?
yeah.
Bunch of bastards.
Yep. And then this happened in the other movie too. One of the guys who works there was walking down like in front of the screen. You couldn't see him, but
Yeah.
you could just hear his keys jangling.
Oh,
He
really?
goes in the corner, has a flashlight, is looking at like some electrical box or
Yeah,
Oh,
something.
those people always do that.
Yeah,
Right at the
and
end of movies.
No, it was during the movie.
The other
Yeah.
movie when I saw Jurassic Park, the guy walked down there and he's like, I don't know, I think they're adjusting the heat, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I don't know what they're doing, but
Yeah, nah.
stop doing it in the middle of
The
movie.
guy-
It's kind of a ride.
It's kind of it kind of is.
They
And
just strap you in.
the guy has like the brightest fucking flashlight.
Oh yeah.
And he's like pulls it away and it's like shining on the wall across the way. I'm like, it's like daytime in here. I'm like, what a douche.
Oh, this guy had jingly keys.
Wow.
Jingly keys. They were terrible.
Life is a struggle sometimes. So you saw Place Beyond the Pines?
Well, how long would you lay over between the two?
It was about an hour and a half.
What'd you do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
I went to the comic store and bought comics because there's a
Jesus
comic store there.
Christ.
Would you go to Newberry?
No, I went to Norwood.
Oh, the one I go to?
Yeah.
Did you see the guy? What guy was working? The skinny guy or the fat guy?
I don't remember. There was a couple guys there. I don't know. It was
Well,
crowded.
it's usually both the
He
skinny.
couldn't see.
There was a little
His
kid.
eyes are too dead.
No,
for
there
that.
was a little kid making noise, and I don't know.
It was funny as shit. I went in, so we're not going to talk about it this week. We'll save it for next week. But I walk in there to pick up Saga, right?
Yeah.
And so I come rolling in the door. One of the guys, Saga week, is it?
Oh, so he knows you.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
Saga guy now.
Oh, what do you pick up Saga every week?
I just bashed the mic off my tooth. Yeah. I go in there
Every month.
Every month, yeah. It's like a whole
Isn't
big.
it?
Oh, Saga's once a month?
Yeah.
The week before is Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And then it's Saga week.
Yeah, so I go in there and I pick up Saga. Well, I picked up 3 issues because I wanted one good one I don't care about, one for Brad.
You're insane.
I know. And then
It is on the iTunes now, though.
It is?
You can buy it on iPad now.
oh
Yeah.
So they just delayed it so I bought another one for no reason.
I guess so.
What the fuck?
Because what happened was this Comixology, like,
Because they had it in the baggie at the store, so I'm like,
Okay.
I guess it must be really bad.
no, it's not. Did you notice what the bad? You didn't read it, did you?
I didn't even open it.
All right, never mind. But it's just some stupid thing that's off screen.
So anyway, peoples.
All right, yeah, I went to the
So
comic
after
store.
the comic book store, Danny, you went back and saw.
I went back and saw The Place Beyond the Pines.
I'm excited about this
starring Ryan Gosling, Bradley
Oh.
Cooper, Dane DeHaan. is in
Everything
it, too.
Ryan Gosling touches turns to gold.
Yeah, I also can't really talk about the
Except
plot
the Notebook.
too much in this movie, except there are sort of 3 sort of storylines in this movie, and it plays out over a period of time, and it's about the repercussions of violence. That's what the movie's about. But I don't really want to get in what happens because it's a little surprising the turns it takes in the story it's trying to tell. But I really liked what it did in that it showed this acts of violence from different perspectives and gave the background of why these guys are doing bad things and why these guys are doing the certain things they're doing. Mm-hmm. So it really got into like the psychology of these basically 3 different characters who are sort of main characters at different points in time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good. It's not as amazing to me as Trance, but it's still really interesting, and it's very well acted. Like I was talking to Phil about it. Phil thought Bradley Cooper was a little miscast, but I really liked Bradley Cooper because he starts off sort of like a new police officer, and then he moves up in a chain within and becomes like a sort of politician. He's running for a district attorney later on, but it's got sort of like this violent act in the past comes back to sort of haunt people. It's a little bit about like Mystic River. It feels like in that a violent act is played out later with these characters.
Is that my daughter in there?
No, there's no daughters in there. There's Sean, is that my daughter in there? Sean, you tell me, is that my daughter?
He didn't do anything except stop a pedophile. Oh, damn it. Spoilers for Mystic River. For a movie from like 96 or something like that.
No,
Spoilers.
2006. I think we're 4. It's like
2006?
2004, yeah. It was like
2004?
It was like right before or after $1 Million Baby. But yeah, I can't really say much about Place Beyond the Pines.
So
'cause
I
you're
want to
gonna see
know,
that.
how was Ryan Gosling's tattoos?
They were very tattooy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's about it. He's
Did he
got a
speak
lot
a-
of tattoos.
Did he speak a lot in the movie?
When you first initially meet him, you think he's playing the same character as Drive, but
Mm-hmm.
he speaks a lot more.
He does?
Yeah, He's not
I
as
don't like
stoic.
his voice.
He doesn't need to speak, man. He's brilliant. That's how brilliant he is.
He just looks at you.
He just looks and you're like, oh.
All right, awesome.
He conveys all his, right? Just, he looks at you and you kind of melt a little. You're like, oh, I turned gay. I didn't even know I was gay
like,
till right now.
you know, when he was in like The Notebook. Not that I'm proud to say this, but yes, I've seen it.
See, haven't seen that. I can actually.
Multiple.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't
No.
seen it either. I've seen it
I've
a
seen
couple
some pretty
times.
gay movies, like The Vow,
I
The
saw
Lucky
Vow.
One.
That's terrible.
I haven't seen the Lucky One.
I've seen some gay movies, but I have not seen The Notebook.
All right.
I can.
I
still
saw
stick to that.
Bridesmaid the other day. That movie's hilarious. I'm just saying.
So you saw, what the hell is
John
her name?
Hamm.
Who's the
Kristen
MTV
Wiig?
movie awards bitch?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
The blonde fat chick.
Oh, Melissa.
No, the blonde fat chick.
Blonde fat chick.
I don't know what he's talking.
I don't know
Oh my
either.
God, she's hosting the MTV Movie Awards.
I thought Melissa McCarthy was. hosting it.
She's the brunette fat chick.
All right, I don't remember a blonde fat lady.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right, but whatever.
Oh, she's in Pitch Perfect, Danny.
Was she in Hairspray too? I don't know that lady though.
I don't know.
It's,
So just like, I
hold
just
on.
When you say Pitch Perfect, I
Rebel
think of-
Wilson, okay?
Oh, she's fat.
Yes, Rebel Wilson's fat.
I didn't know. I barely know who she is.
Toby McFatfuck.
That's terrible.
It's Ted.
People. I don't remember her in Ted.
No, it's not her and Ted.
That's what
Oh.
Ted says.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this actress.
I loved when Ted did the Boston impression of the Boston girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Doy.
So anyway, yeah.
It was
as
so
you were saying.
funny.
So as you're saying, yeah. Right. So you saw The Notebook?
Yes, and I don't
Yeah,
like
Ryan
his
Gosling.
voice seemed okay there because he's playing a young character. You know, yeah, whatever.
He was pretty young in that too.
Yeah, and so it seemed fitting. But like when you saw him in Drive, not that he talked a lot, but and then when you saw him in what was the mob movie he was in?
Gangster Squad.
Gangster Squad. His voice is
Good lord, good lord. Good. That's just what I remember from that movie.
and
What about that movie with Steve Carell?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Awesome movie.
I do like that movie.
I never saw that one.
It's got a great third
Yeah.
act.
And so I just like his voice bothers me. I guess
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
sorry.
too high pitch.
He
You know what?
sort of has this high pitch.
Yeah, and it's like a
You
little
know what?
squeaky.
I'll give him a
Yeah.
call. And I'll be like, Kimball's annoyed by your voice. Do something about that
We'll
shit.
just start smoking cigarettes or
Just
something,
be-
deepen it up. You know, come
Oh,
on.
there's a couple. He does have a high pitched voice because he yells a bit in
Yeah.
The Place Beyond the Pines. He's like, "Give me your money, put it in the bag."
Yeah,
Sort of what it
no,
sounds
I-
like.
He's awesome though.
I'm not disputing. I mean, I like him very much.
I really like him in this movie though.
I like him just in general, especially
You
with the
never
shirt
knew-
off. But
Right? You never knew you were gay till you
he-
watch a movie. He
yeah.
just turns and looks at the camera and you're like, oh,
Hey,
had a
guess
boner.
what?
When did that happen?
Guess what? He has his shirt off in this movie.
Oh,
Ah,
jeez.
is it all tatted out?
Oh, it's all tatted up.
All right, Kimball, when we seeing this?
All right, we're going. We'll hold
Yeah.
hands.
Only because he has his shirt off.
There's some nice motorcycle chases that are
like
shot
motorcycle
really
chases.
interestingly too. They're like from the dashboard cam
Is
almost.
it like a?
Oh, really?
Cars. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like a Jason Statham car chase.
Yeah. No one can do it like Jason
Oh
Statham.
yeah. Nobody can
Statham.
come back to life falling out of a plane like Jason Statham
No.
can.
And then
No.
have sex on the in front of everyone.
That gets your heart rate up.
No,
when
you want
you
to talk about
want.
having sex? It's Clive Owen. He's shooting people and killing people while having sex with a woman.
Isn't
which is-
that what's that movie?
Shoot 'em Up.
Yeah, with Paul Giamatti.
You want to see
That
a
movie's
ridiculous
insane.
movie where people just get shot the whole time, and you just be mindless and laugh at it? Watch Shoot 'Em Up. It's awesome.
It's pretty enjoyable.
All
Yeah.
right. So what are you gonna give
All right.
Place Beyond the Pines?
Place Beyond the Pines. I'm going with a 5.5.
5.5.
Yep. I don't think it's as good as Trance, but I do like it's sort of ambitious in what it's trying to achieve. And
I'm gonna call
it's-
Sandy.
I don't think some people will like
He's gonna be
what Place
pissed.
Beyond the Pines does.
You don't think so?
Why? Because I said 5.5.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good
You
movie.
rate everything too high.
These are both really good movies
He
that
does-
I enjoyed a lot.
I think he really I agree with Sandy. You are really confused by the 7-star scale.
I have lower ratings. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
That doesn't
very
count.
low.
You hated that movie.
I know it's a terrible movie.
You wanted to give it a low rating, like you
I
had.
know.
You're like, ah,
Yeah, I wish I could forget that movie.
give it a 1 then. God damn it,
What did he give it? I don't remember.
a 2.
Is it?
I don't know how
I
it
don't
got
know.
a 2nd star. What was?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was feeling forgiving at the time. I think Dark Shadows I gave a 1 though. That movie's
No,
terrible
you
too.
gave that like a 3.
No, I don't think I gave that movie a 3. Really, the movie's terrible too. Same screenwriter too. Tim Burton's involved in both. I don't know what that says about Tim Burton.
I don't see Dark Shadows.
Oh, I guess we didn't review that. Give that a 1.
All right. You don't have any ones.
Well, there's the first
No
one.
one does.
Dark Shadows.
No.
But then again, we're not going to go out of our way to see. We're not going to see ones. I think that's
I don't see really terrible movies.
except for Abe Lincoln.
Vampire Hunter.
and Dark Shadow. Well, yeah. The other one's called Lincoln. So that's how you call Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
So, just quickly, actually, did you guys? I haven't listened to last week's cast yet, although I want to because Chili Baba Ganoush is on it.
Did anyone go? I don't know. Did you watch the video at all? That
No.
I want to.
It's very funny at the beginning because he's behind the toilet paper and
He's like Wilson.
he's got mad shifty eyes going on because he's just looking back and forth between Danny and I. He's like,
And where can people find that?
Does he
on youtube.com/Attic Podcast.
Does he do that throughout the whole thing? Behind the toilet paper?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
for the most
So it's
part.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit more because he popped up every now and then.
But,
He's like a grunt,
did you guys
We
talk
talked a lot about Mad Men.
like
you
Prairie
guys talk
Dog.
about the Batman?
The Batman. What do you
Batman Arkham's?
No, we didn't get the news that there's a
Okay, so
prequel
that was
series,
this week.
so,
We got that
yeah.
news.
Yep.
So they're going to make a prequel to Arkham Asylum. What's the name of it, Danny?
Batman Arkham Origins, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of a bad name. Sounds like you're stealing it from Marvel and their X-Men Origins, but
Yeah, and I don't know what it has to do with Arkham at all, really. I have no idea. Well, I guess it takes place in the old city of Gotham before it's turned into that Arkham City prison. So maybe that's why they
Arkham
get away
Origins.
with
I think it's
Arkham
about the
Origins.
build up to Arkham and like the
Not really. From what I've heard of the
is this-
storyline,
But I thought, what's his name's not going to do it? Who's directing it?
it's not the same studios that did
Video game?
the last.
Oh, you're talking about video game?
talking
Yeah.
about the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Misunderstood.
Yeah, the video game.
So yeah,
Batman
Kimball,
Arkham Origins.
I'm probably gonna give you those two games now.
But it's
Gotta
if
catch up.
it's a different studio. It's not Rocksteady. Now Rocksteady, the rumors they're working on is either a 70s Batman game that sort of has the JLA in it a little bit, which is like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, whatever.
Yeah.
And
we
then-
know what the
or-
JLA is, Danny.
Do you?
We're cool there.
All right, you're hip.
Yeah, that new movie that's coming out in 2015.
Yeah, not gonna come because the script was terrible because it was from the guy who did Gangster Squad, which is terrible.
The movie's
Yeah, I was gonna say
great.
American Gangster's a good movie.
Yeah, American Gangster I like. But anyways, so they're either doing that or they're working on a Superman game, are the rumors. So they're not making this game, but it's the same
What would you
engine
like
stuff.
to see, Danny? Superman or a JLA Batman?
JLA Batman.
I
Me too.
figured, yeah.
And apparently it's like Silver Age Batman, so it's
That
a
would be
lot
really
less
cool.
gritty.
Yeah, I think that could be cool.
You think it'd
Yeah.
be less gritty?
Yeah.
My
You don't
question
like
is,
the
would
grit?
you?
Was the Silver
It's
Age
too much grit going on.
So would you
Yeah.
do?
It's a little
So would you do like a?
abrasive, would you say?
to what?
A little abrasive, would you say?
Sure. I guess. I don't know why this is funny.
Get the dick over here.
All right. No, but so in this game, it's Christmas Eve or whatever, and so you've got an area, open world area that's twice the size of Arkham City.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, and you get to go into the old Gotham, which is Arkham City before it's ruined and turned into a bad place. So you get to go to all those areas before they're ruined and like underwater, and you get to go to the docks and stuff. And then you go on like Penguin's ship that he's got there that's like
Yeah.
running guns and stuff.
Have they announced any villains?
Yeah, the main villain. So Black Mask is the bad guy in it, and he hires.
Really?
Yeah, he hires like eight assassins
Can I
from the
just-
DC universe to go out
I
and
just-
assassinate Batman.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to know Black Mask, go watch Batman Under the Red Hood. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
He's awesome. So Deathstroke is one of the villains they've announced that's going to be
Joker's
got to
be in it. That's one of the reasons they probably did an origin story.
No, I
to get Joker in there.
I don't think the Joker's going to be in it actually because it's about these 8 guys trying to kill Batman. So that's the story.
My favorite part of the Batman's not just Joker, but just the fact that they had the villains. Like the villains were the best part. I think the villains are what make Batman the greatest comic book character of all time.
He
But
has one of the best rogues galleries of.
that's what has made the last two was just the villains were so awesome. Every villain fight was just amazing. Just having them in there and their dialogue and just
So there's going to be villains, but there are going to be a lot of ones that I don't think a lot of people know because I think Deadshot will be in it because he's like the world's greatest marksman.
Deadshot's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
Cool.
probably again. So he'll probably be in it again, and I'm thinking like there's maybe Sportsmaster might show up. He's cool, even though you guys hate the name Sportsmaster.
that's a gay name.
He's really cool on Young Justice. And then they could have like Cheshire.
Penguin. They get a penguin.
Yeah, I've heard that Penguin will be involved in it because he's like running guns and stuff. So
Yeah, I was gonna say if they're gonna do kind of like a Black Mask and Mobby kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Penguin's
Yeah.
a good guy to have in that.
Yeah, so it's basically about...
Two-Face is a good one if you're gonna go with mob style.
I don't know if Two-Face is Two-Face
Probably
yet.
not.
Yeah, I don't know how... Because it's early in Batman's career, so...
He fell in a fucking vat.
Into a
Fucking bat. So it was.
So I'm really excited, even though it's a different developer.
Yeah,
but I mean,
they still
it's-
have the.
You think of the mechanics? They'll get the mechanics down.
Same
good?
engine and stuff, and I guess they've been working with Rocksteady to make sure the gameplay is
I mean, so
close enough.
Rocksteady's most likely doing a next gen thing anyway.
Yeah, that's probably
Because
either those
doesn't it?
Superman or
Because you say
Batman
it's a different
thing.
studio, but isn't it same like?
It's same publisher. It's Warner Brothers Montreal though, but that lead guy on it is Eric Holmes, and he worked on Hulk Ultimate Destruction, which is a really good game on the Xbox. It was a good superhero, and he worked on Prototype 1 and 2, I think. So he's got a track record for these type of games, and yeah. So there's hope that it's gonna be pretty
There's
good.
a new hope.
Yeah,
Is
there's a
there?
new hope.
A new hope.
Yeah.
All right.
References.
So everyone get excited. That comes out in October too. So
That's not that
a
far.
lot of good comic stuff in mainstream media this year. We've got Injustice is coming out, and then Superman is coming out, the movie, and then this game's coming out too.
Man of
so-
Steel. Correction.
Yeah, Man of Steel, the movie, Superman, whatever you want to call it.
Man of Steel looks actually very good.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even a big Superman fan. Like I think Superman's kind of a
The best character ever created.
No.
Yeah,
definitely not even
Yeah.
close. Because he's just too indestructible for me.
he's not.
It's almost kind of boring. Like
He's weak to magic, sir.
I can't read it and be like, what's gonna happen to Superman? I'm like, you know what's gonna happen? He's a beast. He's indestructible.
But the story is not about if Superman will live or die. It's about how they affect Superman.
Plus, he puts on fucking glasses. And then he's hidden. The fuck? It's awful.
No, he changes his whole persona when he puts on the glasses.
Oh,
His hairs-
everything
his
about
hairs
him
in
changes
his
when he
eyes.
puts on
Yeah,
glasses.
Yeah.
he bends over,
He
slouches.
sli-
Wait.
hair
Take
back.
off the glasses.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, now pull your hair.
What? Who are you? Do I know you?
Pull your hair back.
Have we met before?
Yeah, I need you to
What hair?
slouch.
What hair?
I need you to slouch more.
Have we met before? Oh, Kimball.
Yeah,
Oh, woo.
yeah.
Some kid was just sitting there that wasn't you.
All right. So let's get into.
Please don't kiss me and make me forget your secret identity.
That is stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid. That is why Batman sucks. People make stupid movies.
You just said Batman.
Batman.
Superman.
That's a movie from the 70s, man. Give it a rest.
Even the last one sucked. Brandon Routh can blow me.
I like Brendan Routh in that movie. I think that movie has problems, but I like certain portions of it.
Well, anyway,
right,
you guys
so-
quickly watch Spies of Warsaw on BBC America. It's a great movie. Great miniseries.
David Tennant, right?
David Tennant, the 10th Doctor.
All right. BBC.
BBC.
So,
All right. So Game of Thrones.
Wait, quickly.
What?
Hannibal.
Oh, yeah.
Give us a quick rundown.
Everyone watch Hannibal. It's great. Like, following is, you see how shallow the following is in terms of psychology of the characters when you watch Hannibal, because it really gets into the psychology of serial killers and stuff, and it has a lot of ingenious ways people are getting killed.
So
and stuff.
it's similar
It-
idea as the following, but way more in depth.
Yeah, it's similar in that there's this guy Will Graham.
Is there Kevin Bacon?
No, there's
I'm
no.
out. I'm out.
Screw, right?
I know.
You got
Is
Larry
that Kevin
Fishburne.
Bacon?
Oh yeah, I heard he's in it.
Yeah, he's pretty much playing his character from Mystic River, so it's pretty enjoyable. watching
Mikey,
him.
I don't watch Mystic River.
You need to watch Mystic River, and then you need
What?
to have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs too?
You
Nah.
speak with a Boston accent, and you haven't seen Miss. Get out.
Nah.
You-
Get out and never say the word "ma" ever again.
So who's Lawrence Fishburne playing?
He's playing
Fishburne.
Jack
Lawrence
Crawford.
Fishburne playing.
Fishburne. He's playing Jack Crawford, who works for the FBI, and he gets Will Graham to work with him, he pretty much can experience pure empathy.
Yeah.
So, like, he can really get into the minds of these serial killers and stuff. So it's about him dealing with that. And because he'll go to all these dark places, he's seeing this psychologist who is Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
I've heard,
The psychologist is Hannibal Lecter?
Like-
dude.
yes.
You best be ready for people hanging from meat hooks. No, from deer antlers. Sorry.
Yeah, but how? I mean, it's network TV. It can't be that.
very,
gruesome.
very freaking gruesome for network TV.
It's hugely violent
Yeah.
and bloody.
Is it 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
The only thing you can't show on network TV is say
Like
the F-
boobs and like.
yeah, you can't show boobs and you can't say the F word.
Probably can't even show like ass.
Yeah, but I thought there was
they'll
like
show,
the
bodies
limit.
hanging.
They're limited to how much like blood they can show.
Yeah,
aren't
you
they?
can show dead bodies like that. No,
No, not at like 10 o'clock.
This is blood soaked.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's supposedly pretty
Really?
gross, dude. People hanging from
How
deer
many,
antlers.
how many episodes has
There's 2 episodes into it. There's also some guy who was
what network?
NBC.
10
NBC.
o'clock
Thursday nights.
All right, so I'm gonna give it away. The second episode, this one serial killer he works at a pharmacy.
Wait, so there's different serial killers like every episode?
Every week, yeah. It's kind of.
it does have that procedural quality to it. So I don't know if they're gonna keep doing that every episode.
That's
but
not
it
as
doesn't-
good then.
Yeah, but that's not really
No,
what the storyline
Right,
is.
because it's more about Hannibal Lecter and this detective.
So
Yeah.
is Hannibal like is he the one making these other people do these killings?
No.
There's no
he's by
relation
himself.
between the
Yeah,
two.
this is before like he
Did you even see it?
What?
Him.
No, I just know
but
what it's about.
He's seen Hannibal, the movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's a book.
It started as a book.
There's a very basic storyline they're following here.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
so this
before
is a
Silence of
prequel.
Lambs.
Is it?
Yes,
It's before he's a very well-known serial killer. They think he's just a
psychologist.
professor.
Yeah,
Was he real?
He's just Professor Lecter, and nobody has any idea that he's a serial killer.
eating people.
He eats people.
That's good for you.
Yeah,
Nice.
Tastes good.
most of the time they're bad people, so whatever.
He hasn't dropped the fava beans in Nice Chianti yet, so we're waiting for that bomb to be dropped.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, all right. So this one serial killer though.
They can't use names, right? Wasn't there a thing they couldn't use certain names?
No, they can't use Clarice Starling, which is Jodie Foster's
Which is
character.
fine, you don't need to bring
They
her
can't
in.
use her, and they can't use Buffalo Bill or whatever. His
Oh
name is.
yeah, they can't use Buffalo
They can't
Bill,
use
which is
those two
fine. Which
guys.
is fine.
But they can use everyone else from the books, so they're using those. But anyway, so this one serial killer, he works at a pharmacy, and
Is it Phil?
no,
Is it Adam?
Adam doesn't work.
Adam
at a
doesn't work
pharmacy.
at a pharmacy.
All right. Fine.
All right,
Fine,
whatever.
let's try.
So,
It's
but
Jess.
it has to do with diabetes, though. So these people with diabetes come in. It's like,
Adam.
all right, I need to change
Knew
I need my insulin subscription, and then the guy gives them the wrong stuff. So then they go into shock and whatever. So then he buries them in the woods and puts fungus and has the fungus start growing on them, and the fungus like merges with their brain DNA. So the fungus actually like keeps them alive a little bit.
Oh,
And it's like the joining of like these two things on a cellular level that tries to get them connect to the surrounding world. So everyone's connected through this fungus.
This
and
is
he's got
messed
like
up.
a row of like 6 guys.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
puke.
It's kind of gross.
So it's
Crazy.
kind of like the game Last of Us with the ants and the fungus.
Yes, it is similar to that idea.
Interesting. All right.
Like Heavy Rain, where the kid dies. There's too much.
No, it's not
It's
bad.
kind of like Heavy Snow. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
it's not
anyway.
like Heavy Rain.
So on to the main event, the main attraction. The
should
reason people come to us. That's why we have to keep
Yeah.
waiting.
Just put the music from Game
They
of Thrones.
wanna
in.
know-
You want me
They want
Plug
to
it
know what we think of this week's Game of Thrones.
all right.
You need to have some kind of sword noise, clashing, clashing, clashing.
Dark Wings.
Because like I
Dark
listened
Words.
to 98.5 the Sports Hub, the 6 to 11 well now the 7 to midnight show is Adam Jones, and he does a take. He stole the name, and he does Game of Jones. And when leading into this, they do like sword. They have like this music where like you hear swords, and he's like, "That's why people come here. They want to hear the swords." Like one night, like the sound didn't go off. He's like, "Where's the swords? Ah, couldn't get out of the holster tonight." Well, nobody's gonna listen now. They all come here for the swords.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So tonight's
Some of the-
episode was episode 2
I gotta tell you
of
guys.
season 3, Dark Wings, Dark Words.
I gotta tell you guys.
Listen.
I don't like I fast forward. Like if I'm watching a show, I usually watch on DVR or watch an Xfinity player on my iPad, and I fast forward through like the
Credits?
opening scenes. Not for the opening credits in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but a lot of
beyond
shows
amazing.
don't have credits really now.
That and
They're really quick.
Doctor Who has awesome opening scene and too.
It's
Anyway,
got good music, Doctor.
so go ahead, Dennis.
all right, yeah. So it's episode 2 of season 3,
Yep.
Dark Wings, Dark Words. So this is we're getting into some of the characters we didn't see last episode. So
Yep.
we get to find out what Arya is doing, and she meets a group of characters, the Brotherhood Without Banners.
We see Theon Greyjoy. Holy crap,
Theon.
Theon Greyjoy. That was
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, he's
He's being tortured.
and we don't know by who. And then
So yeah, we're gonna feature some spoilers.
who else did we see this episode? Theon. Oh, Bran, who aged like 10 years since
Yeah.
last season. We meet
Arya
him.
looks older too.
Yeah, but she doesn't look as old as Bran. Like Bran, you can tell in his voice too.
Yeah. And then
Who else is in this?
Um, Kingslayer. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Jamie Lannister.
Yes.
He
was awesome.
Yeah, him and Breen get into a fight and stuff.
God, I gotta say, the way the episode ends, I was just like, no, don't stop now.
Yeah.
I wanted to see those two like fight those people. I just want to see Jamie Lannister fight people. That's all I want.
Yeah, for me, this show has kind of become like Saga, where at the end of each episode, I'm like, no, I need more. Why are we stopping?
Yeah.
And he's read the books, and he's still
Yeah.
like, no, we
I'm
need
still
more.
like,
It's so
no,
good.
there's so...
This is for all those people that watch Walking Dead. It's because you don't watch Game of Thrones, so you're not educated on good shows.
Yeah. Yeah, like the richness of character here is kind of amazing. And like how many characters
And they
there
stay
are.
with the book. They actually stay with the book.
Yeah, well, they kick some storylines and some characters, small characters though. And all right, so in this episode, Bran is having these crazy dreams, and he meets this dude, Jojen Reed, who shows up later, and like they were actually in the books.
dream?
Yeah, they were in the books before this though. So like when Winterfell burned and stuff, they were actually still with them.
Mm-hmm.
The Reeds, Mira Reed, and Jojen Reed. But he's telling them all about his I guess psychic powers, you can say.
Mhm.
Cause,
What
like,
is it called?
well, he has the green sight, which means he can like see the future and see dreams and stuff. So when like Ned was beheaded, like Jojen knew about it and told his father, and he's like, "Yeah, my father broke down and cried when he heard about it because the Reeds are bannermen to House Stark, so he would be upset
No,
about
but
it."
what is?
But Bran is a warg, which means he can see into the minds of animals and stuff.
He can see through their eyes.
Yeah. So there's also a scene where we see,
you see
Jon
that
Snow
Jon
on the
Snow-
wall.
Yeah.
And he meets the warg for the wildlings.
Yeah.
Who's like seeing through the hawk.
That was a very cool scene.
Yeah, especially the guy's eyes. They're
Yeah.
all, like, just see the whites.
creepy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
creepy.
I gotta say, this episode was better than last week's, but
I don't know. Last week had
but-
the great exchange between Tywin and Tyrion. That was great.
Yeah. That was short. That was brief though.
Yeah, but it was awesome.
I don't think.
any scene involving Tyrion's gonna be a scene stealer.
Except this episode, I didn't really like. He was talking with Shay, and
Yeah.
he's just like,
That
you can't
scene,
see
like
me."
that was like stupid.
It wasn't stupid. I mean,
But it wasn't great.
It was useless.
it's sort of caught up on what their relationship has become since Tywin showed up.
Yeah.
And like how Tyrion's like, no, stay away from me. But if
But
you read the books, you'll understand why they showed that.
But
scene.
that scene, like, it seems out of place, kind of. It's more like for a soap opera. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, yes, she is good to look at. Oh, so you look at her? No, not like that. And it's like, it's kind of wifey, husbandy thing. And I'm like, that's not needed here.
Well, they showed fellatio off camera, so that was the only sign of skin or influence of like sex on the show, because this episode didn't really have any sex
But
compared to other shows.
and when I say like this one better than last, I'm not trying to take anything away from the first episode, because first episode was a very introductory episode, just saying here where we left off, here's what everyone's doing. This one kind of was too, but I felt like this one was way more in depth.
I don't know. This
with
felt like a
character introduction.
part two to last episode.
I agree, but I think this one was
they
better.
should have showed them back to back. I think would have been good. But they only have 10 episodes.
I
so.
think and I think they could have named it like a part 2. I think if they made it a two-parter, just so people like, just because I think it really truly is it's the successor to last week's, in the sense it's just a part 2 of like the introduction,
Yeah.
giving you insight on where people are, just saying here's where everyone's at.
But
It's like, all right, we didn't get to these characters last week, so here they are this week.
I had a
just-
lot more of my favorite characters.
I just don't
this
think
episode.
like there's no way they can hit on every character every episode.
No,
because it'd
no,
be too
definitely not.
short of a part on them.
No.
Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna split, because especially Daenerys, like how they incorporate her in the story is like really hard, because
Yeah.
she's like all the way across the ocean. and
Right?
stuff.
She's so far removed from everything. It's always like, it seems almost like a different show sometimes.
Yeah, but she clearly needs to be involved because of what she's doing and what she will.
Well,
be
she's
doing.
awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love her storylines. Like, every time she's on the screen, I'm like glued. I'm like, oh. A, she's gorgeous. B, that dude that's with her is amazing. I love that dude.
Jorah Mormont.
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah, and then we got to see Barristan Selmy, who used to be the King's Guard for Joffrey.
Mhm.
Hey.
He got dismissed.
Hey.
Now, when he showed up, did you know who he was?
Who?
At the end of the first episode of the season, he saves Daenerys' life from the scorpion thing.
He has no idea what
He
he's
has no
talking
idea.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes,
the
yes,
very
yes.
end of the
Yeah, did
episode.
you
No,
remember
and
him
he,
from
like,
the first season?
You thought he was going to shoot Daenerys, but he like shot the thing in front of it
Yeah.
with like the arrow.
Do you remember him from season 1?
No.
Yeah, he used to be Joffrey's Kingsguard, but then what's her face? Cersei was like, "You're too old. Go retire." And he's like, "No, I'm not going to retire." And he throws down his sword and walks away.
I liked
Just so you don't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
season
No, I
one.
don't.
He's
I don't.
avoiding the question,
I
so
don't.
therefore.
No, I don't.
Kimball didn't either.
No, I
But
didn't.
that reminds me of.
I feel like most people probably didn't.
Yeah, that's why in the previously on they showed him. They showed like a clip from season
Yeah.
1.
I
See,
liked-
I watched it on the iPad side. They don't show
yeah,
that.
they didn't
No.
give the. Yeah, I liked
You non-book readers should
It-
watch the previously on.
I know.
Ari. I liked the Arya storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arya meets the brothers without banners.
Mhm.
Who
Those
are,
guys were awesome.
yeah,
And then the
then
Hound
the-
shows up.
And then the Hound. Yep, that was awesome.
that
And you're like,
that's
"Oh, no,
a
the
great.
Hound."
Isn't that a great cliffhanger though?
What are you doing with the stock, bitch? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, what's that about? So like he's like, "Sansa, run away with me," and then he like meets Sansa's sister and he's all like, "Ah, this stupid woman over here." Did anybody see that as weird? He's like,
It was kinda
"Sansa, run away with me," and then he insults her sister.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, but he's captured. He's under duress.
Oh, we also saw Sansa. She met with, what's that girl's name?
Marjorie.
Marjorie's grandmother,
Yes.
who was kind of crazy but awesome.
Yeah. Well, she speaks her mind. She's like, "Ah, my husband's an idiot," and then blah blah blah.
I want some nuts. Those aren't served. I don't care when they're served. I want them now.
Yeah.
What did you think
Sure.
of that whole scene there where, like, she wants to find out how Joffrey really is?
It's okay. He was just.
I felt really bad for Sansa because she
Yeah.
so wanted to tell them, but she
'Cause,
also
like-
was like, "No, I can't tell them."
Because she started saying, like, her the father, and she's like, no, he's not. And then she's, like, changed her mind, like, oh, yeah, my father's a traitor. I got traitor's blood and all this
Yeah.
crap.
Oof.
I like how the queen, well, not the queen, the Marjorie's grandmother was like, "Oh, that's a pity."
Yeah.
they
At the
don't-
end
they
of it,
don't
when
really-
he's a monster. Oh, all right. Thank you. Next.
We'll work on this later.
Oh
I
Yeah.
guess.
man, what was that scene?
It's
was
basically, you
like-
told us what we knew already.
Yeah.
I think one of the
You're
more
just
like
confirming it.
one of the more powerful scenes was the scene with Marjorie, and she's with Joffrey,
Yeah.
and like the crossbow. God, that was a
Yeah, he's like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Joffrey.
that
It's like,
scene. That
"Oh,
kid's just
I get off on
crazy beyond
violence."
crazy.
It's just a matter of episodes before we see Marjorie, like, beating some girl up and Joffrey next to him beating it off.
Yeah, he's just watching it.
Yeah. It's gonna happen. Let's be I like how did you hear, like, when they're in there talking about, like, how she basically said she had anal sex without saying it though.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then Joffrey's like, "Oh, that would be outlawed
Yeah.
in my."
Well, no,
my
that was
reign."
gay about the gay.
Oh, yeah.
That was about two gays.
I think
Yeah.
Joffrey's gay though.
No,
No.
he's a sociopath
Yeah.
who gets he gets sexual pleasure out of violence.
I think he's gay because he seemed really uncomfortable when she's talking about gay. Like he's like covering something up.
No, I think he's legitimately uncomfortable because of the time and era that it
Maybe.
is.
Yeah, but then Marjorie's like, "All right, I guess you could do that, but my brother's gay, so." Like that was really good acting.
Yeah,
showing
yeah.
The subtext of like, "Oh yeah, you could outlaw gays, my lord. That'd be perfectly within your right." But you know that she knows that Loras is gay,
Yeah.
so
But she
I
gets
like
him
how
back
it
on
goes.
her side when he's like, do you want me to go on a hunt with you?
Right.
would you like to see me kill something
Yeah.
for
And
you?
they're like holding the gun together. It's like, oh god.
Yeah, and that's clearly gonna go somewhere.
Yeah, they're just gonna bathe in blood while doing it.
So I was a little
Gross.
disappointed when Arya had it's like that scene from Blade in the beginning when they're all dancing into the blood's pouring out.
Oh yeah.
I was a little
Vampires.
disappointed with what's her name?
Arya.
Arya. When she had that quick fight and she lost her sword so quick.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been fine for her to lose, but I would have liked her to seen her hold her own for a brief
yeah, not like
Even
moment.
like a
5 minutes.
second,
She had it, like in her hand.
Yeah.
Let's go, and then oops.
Fuck.
Never mind.
Yeah, I would have liked her seen and go a little bit longer.
I did like the scene with Hot Pie, the fat kid, and he's like standing there, and then the guy shoots it up into the air, and he's like, "But when I stop talking, you should move where you are, because the arrow is gonna land."
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Like, what? And then he steps away. Arrow.
Right.
lands.
That was cool. That was
That
cool.
was awesome.
Now the fight between the Kingslayer and
Brienne.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I mean, so do you think they actually, like, if were you surprised how it happened? Like, do you think he should have did better?
Well, he was.
I mean, he did have his hands bound.
Were his hands bound?
Yeah.
'Cause some scenes it seemed like his hands weren't really bound.
They were. I mean, it was loose. They weren't very close.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I attributed to it. Also, Breen's a very capable. I mean, she would have to be. I mean, she won the tournament when she was sworn to King Renly.
Mhm.
Like, she won that tournament, so she's a really good sword fighter. So,
Mhm.
I could
Renly-
see why.
Yeah, but he's also one
Yeah,
of the...
Jaime's considered probably the best swordsman in the land.
Yeah.
But he's also weak. He hasn't been fed a
Yeah.
lot, you know. He's been bound and shackled for a while, so he's not very limbered up, I
Mhm.
guess.
So now he's heading back to the Starks. That's that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, how different, like, from the book, how different was this?
That's pretty close to what happens. in
It
the
was?
book. Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, in the entire episode.
Like they've added things. Like the scene with Theon, you don't see that until.
Oh, what did you
really
think of that
later.
when they shoved the blade
Yeah.
up underneath his nail?
God,
It's
that was
worse.
awful.
It's worse in the book for Theon.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what happens?
They start like flaying part of his skin off and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Stop.
Well, because the sigil for. Oh wait, I'm gonna give too much away if I say
Yeah,
that. Never
stop.
mind. Never mind. But you'll see how that works into you'll find out where he is soon.
Yeah, my question is like, what's going on with him? You know what I mean? Like last we saw him, he was
Knocked out. Giving a great speech.
Well, like that guy said his sister's coming to get him, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah. He's like, no. He's
Your
like, I'm gonna
sister
take you out.
sent
Your
me.
sister sent me.
Yeah. So he's gonna get saved. But
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on with this story arc, though? Like, really?
Right? Like, why is
Well-
he being tortured? I'm so curious.
Well, I will say something about Game of Thrones. What goes around comes around. You know, people get their comeuppance in the
Yeah.
show a lot. It may seem like evil wins a lot, but the bad things happen eventually.
What did you think when they first did the whole scene with him? Because you started as like his, seeing his view of being tortured.
I thought that was really good.
'Cause
It was
they-
a good torture scene.
They haven't
Like-
done that before, really, that I remember.
Yeah, like when the finger starts to
Yeah.
get put, like the knife goes right on the
Please.
fingernail. Ugh, it's brutal.
Right? Oof, that was nuts. Oh, and they're just like twisting the thing. Just
That didn't bother me as much because you can't actually see it as well.
right. That was. I don't like the way they did that. It was like, they're digging it into his foot, but I can't really tell. I just see him twisting them.
I think that guy's a really good actor, though.
Yeah.
Theon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Theon.
Alfie Allen. Is the actor?
So, what else happened in the episode?
With Jon Snow stuff.
Oh yeah, that was quick though.
Yeah.
What'd you think? So, like, they're saying they don't trust him.
Yeah, pretty much.
First off,
that was good
keep-
that they did that.
Keep
First
your
off-
enemies close.
Syrian
No,
Hines is
keep it.
awesome.
Now, is this a Doctor Who alum?
No.
Oh.
Just
What-
Syrian Hines is awesome.
Usually it is.
He's playing Mance Raider
Yes.
from... What's he in?
Oh my God, I don't know. I can't give you a list of the
All right.
thousands of
We're
things
gonna
Syrian
get
Hines
the
has been
list
in.
in a moment.
British things.
British.
Yeah, I mean, the Jon Snow, they kind of have
God,
to
stop there.
thread that. It was a little too short for some of these characters, so I hope, like this, I think the next episode will show how they're gonna like deal with all these characters within the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like the like we said, these first two were introductions, so now we're really gonna get into some sort of plot. Like it's gonna show us what the plot will be for the season.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
What did you think of Catherine's
Catelyn. I thought that was a really great scene.
that scene with she's making like that fucking like wind chime. I don't know what that is.
The dream catcher.
Yeah,
whatever
that's
it
a
is.
dream catcher.
I don't know if it's a dream catcher. I don't know what it is.
She's making that thing, and then she's saying this story about how Jon Snow
Was the sick baby, and she's like, "Please God."
Yeah.
Do you want to know the amazing things this dude's been in? Syrian Hines.
Throw one on me. But I thought that was one of the better scenes of the episode. Like, I like scenes that really showcase what's going through these characters' minds.
Mhm.
And usually it comes through as they're telling a story. Like, there's a lot of stories within the grand story that I like about
Right?
the
Like
show.
this show does like some good like action, some good like fighting, and some good like even the torture scene was great, but the dialogue, man, the dialogue is beyond amazing in this show. The acting, like every person in this, just like
Well, she was bad mouthing what's his name?
Rob's wife.
Yeah.
Rob Stark. King
Yeah,
of the North.
she's bad mouthing his wife a little bit because like they lost like half their army because of it, because of the marriage.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what was with that?
Well, because
You
he's
lost the war when you married her.
yeah, because she is not the one he's like supposed to marry.
Yeah,
like,
because he's supposed to marry a queen, he would have gained a whole other army.
yeah. Either if
Or
he
like a princess, and
if he married a princess, he could bring someone else to him. But who he
he would
was,
have got another house.
but they already were tied to the phrase. He's supposed to marry a Frey because he's like, my son will marry one of your daughters, Walder Frey, if you let us cross the river here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And
they
so-
get, the House of Frey and the Stark
I thought they
house.
married already, didn't they?
No, they didn't marry. Well,
Then-
he married his current wife now, but he was just what do you call it when you're tied to a marriage?
I don't know.
Not proposed to, but I don't know
Yeah, but I
Whatever.
know what you
the
mean.
word.
So I thought they actually went through with it though, because that was last season, right?
Yeah, it was last season.
I thought they actually-
he married this wife.
Yeah, but I thought he married the other one to cross the bridge there.
No,
He didn't do
no, they didn't do that yet. He was
Uh-huh.
gonna come back and then marry one of them.
it. Oh.
But I mean, all they were really planning on doing was rescuing what's his face, Sean Bean's character,
Mm.
Ned Stark. They're going to rescue Ned, but then Ned died, and then they declared themselves kings in a separate kingdom. So now it's like it's raised the stakes of what his position is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bigger deal get a marriage to a king now.
Do you really think he shot himself in the foot by doing this?
Yes.
You do. Without saying too much.
I think it's just bad planning. If you're whenever someone marries for love, like look at Romeo and Juliet. Like
yeah, but they could have did it. But Romeo and Juliet had a secret wedding,
Yeah.
and
Well, this was sort of a secret wedding to a
yeah,
degree.
but clearly people know about it.
Yeah, they know now. But it was sort of the same thought process. They're like, oh, we love each other so much, let's get married without realizing the repercussions of the marriage and how it will play out with houses. I mean, in Romeo and Juliet, it's the Capulets and the Montagues. So it's always about houses in the olden times. So
Right.
you got to remember your place.
So, all right. You
So,
got any final thoughts?
So, just Syrian Hines, dude's been in every film that you've ever enjoyed. Sum of All Fears, Road to Perdition.
I like Road.
He's in Lara Croft, The Cradle of Life.
Is that supposed to be a good movie?
No, but he's just in everything. He's in Munich.
All right, that's a good movie.
He's in Miami. Miami Vice.
The show?
No, the movie.
With
Oh.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And
He
Jamie
played.
Foxx.
He played Julius Caesar in Rome.
Oh, that's
TV
that's
series.
where he's
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
He
yeah.
is good.
Wait,
all right. Yeah,
There Will
I
Be
love
Blood.
Rome. Okay,
He's in There Will Be Blood. He's uncredited in Bruges.
but Rome's great.
He's in Stop
awesome
Loss.
in it.
He plays a voice in The Tale of Despero. He's in Race to Witch Mountain.
All right, stop just naming.
Hold on,
everything
hold
he's been
on,
in.
hold on.
He
He's in.
hasn't even got to the good ones.
He's in
Danny.
that awful movie, The Right, with Anthony Hopkins. Bad movie.
Never heard of it.
He plays Aberforth Dumbledore in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Ah, good old.
He plays Roy Bland in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I don't remember him.
I
And
don't know.
he's in Ghost Rider, Spirit
Oh,
of
I think
Vengeance.
I
Not that anyone
remember.
wants to watch that stupid movie.
All right.
He's in The Woman in Black. He's TARDIS Morris in John Carter. Okay?
Oh, okay,
Dude is in everything.
okay.
And he's a really good actor. I like Syrian Hines a lot.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's your closing thought.
That's it. That's all you get to say.
No,
you're done.
I got a closing
No,
thought.
no, you're done.
All right.
You know,
All right,
Sir Varos Seaworth?
Davos.
See Davos Seaworth?
I'm just here to correct names.
Thanks, Danny.
Sir Davos Seaworth?
All right. Yeah.
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 He was in last night's episode of Doctor Who. And
right.
he was awesome.
All right.
Oh,
That was
well,
good.
There you go.
There's your closing.
Carrie Mulligan's in an episode too, apparently.
So is the guy that's always with
All right, Doctor Who. All right,
no,
Dan,
who's
closing thought.
the Khaleesi? Who's the dude that's always the Khaleesi?
Oh, Jorah Mormont.
He's in a two-parter with the Weeping Angels, one of the best episodes of Matt Smith era.
That's what I've heard. Weeping Angels episodes. All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so
Sure.
Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Mad Men.
The Statue of Liberty is a Weeping Angel, guys, so just watch out for that when you go to New York.
That's
Oh, how was the premiere?
Mad Men was great, as
Epic.
usual. Yes.
Awful.
The
Terrible.
The episodes pretty much.
Everyone drank scotch and smoked cigarettes.
It's sort of about suicide.
Oh, really?
It's very dark.
Drinking scotch, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, they're reading Dante at the beginning too. So there you
Dante.
go.
Dante.
Alighieri.
Closing
All right.
thoughts?
You can check out more of this on youtube.com/Attic
It's
Podcast.
bad closing thoughts.
You
You're
can
fired.
like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Attic Podcast.
A boogity 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 Attic Podcast.
You can rate and review us on iTunes.
Yeah, please do that. Rate and
Please do
review us on
that.
iTunes.
I guess someone's
Share
going
us
to
on
put that
Facebook
link
too, kids.
on Facebook.
We're gonna put that link on Facebook.
Yeah, to that terrible article that you can give this guy hits for his terrible article. So
we
this
appreciate you giving them
But when
hits.
you give him the hits, make sure you comment and tell him he's a moron.
Hit us first and then hit him.
literally.
Literally hit us.
Yeah. If you see Charlie's car, just go ahead and ram it.
Well, that's not doing any more damage. It's already done to it. Hit Kimball's car, I think.
All right.
And with that, we're done.
Now we're
All
done.
right. All right, bye.
Goodbye. I'm out. Peace.
All
I'm
right.
leaving.
It's done.
I know.